Good evening, everybody. Are we all right? Yeah? Good, right. Okay, first things first. You might be wondering, yes, this is a hands-free microphone stand. Thank you. Manufactured entirely from a coat hanger. You're very kind. Why? Well, I suppose it's a combination of two things. A little bit too much spare time and a coat hanger. But, you know, you've got to keep yourself busy, and it opens me up, opens up the body language, and that's no bad thing, you know, being more approachable, it's nice, you know, because you don't know who I am, you know, I don't know who I am, I've no idea, you know, I've asked myself the major questions, where was I when I last saw myself, what was I last doing when I last had myself, and have I checked my pockets, you know, I don't know who I am. So I come up in front of people and try and work it out, and with that in mind, let's have a bit of audience participation whilst I sum it up. Basically, when I say, I'm just an old school, I want everyone here to shout out, boom, boom, let's give it a go. I'm just an old school. Boom, boom. One more time, I'm just an old school. Entertainer, trying to come to terms with sensitivity. That's it. You know, basically, you know, I wish it was the 1860s and I could just come up here and do a little Cockney music hall number for you, you know, with all the nudges and the winks and the double entendres, where I'm not saying what you're thinking and you're thinking what I'm not saying. You know, something like, come on an able seaman, come on an able seaman, shit on a pile of bricks and then fall and snap your twat. You know? That's right. Thank you. I'm just an old school. Thanks for paying attention. Now, it's a certain time in a certain place, so it's time for a poem. This is called I Love. It goes like this. I love girls. I love women. I love man. I love dogs. I love sky. I love white. Sheppey. Guernsey. Canvey Island, it's in the estuary. Portsmouth, technically. Ireland, of course. Greece, British Isles for that. Any landmass that's surrounded by sea. Thank you. Yeah, some of it's not funny, it's just beautiful. But I'm not lying there when I say I do love girls, I do love women. You know, I love a bit of the old, you know, a bit of the old, how's your father? You know, a bit of the old, where's your sister? You know, a bit of the old, any family in at all. You know what I'm talking about. You know, sex. A little bit of the old, you know, sex. You know, a bit of the old sex. You know, a bit of the old sex. You know, a bit of the old sex. You know, a bit of the old, you know, a bit of the old. Life, just working it all out, putting it out there, you know, advice to and fro, and, you know, you've got to be careful with advice, though, haven't you? I've had some bad advice in my day. My father gave me a chestnut when I was a younger man. He said, son, if you want to know what I was going to look like in future, then you've got to look at the mother, you know? If you want to know what it's going to be like in 5 years, then look at the mother. So, you know, we've all heard it, haven't we? And it's all, isn't it? Because live for the moment, experience it while it's all there and all that. And anyway, if you've got a logical, practical brain like me, you just think, why wait? So now I fuck mums. But the trouble is, the old advice carries on, carries through, doesn't it? What's mum going to look like in 25 years? Well, she'll be a grand, so you start fucking grands. And then, well, what's grand going to look like in 25 years? Well, she'll be dead, so you start fucking mud. You start fucking the earth. And then what's the earth going to look like in 25 years? It'll be the same, so you expand like 25 billion years. Well, it could get sucked into the sun, so you start fucking the sun. And then the sun could collapse and become a black hole, so you start fucking a black hole. And then a black hole could condense, become a white dwarf, so you're fucking this white dwarf and hoping that no one walks in on the conversation at this point. And you're fucking this, and then you've got what you got left, you've just got space, so you're just dangling it around. And then you've got time, so you do time, you haven't done the crime, but you're doing the time. And then you think, hang on, that was just some bad advice in the first place. Fuck Dad. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just an old school. Thank you very much, you've been lovely. I've been Pat Cahill, cheers.